I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. A second Republican Senator, Lisa Murkowski, comes out against Blanche's confirmation to be full-time AG, joining GOP Senator Susan Collins, who, like Democrats, is also a no in the vote that could come today.
Murkowski says, quote, the country needs an attorney general who will check the worst impulses of this administration. I hope Mr. Blanche is able to achieve that if confirmed, but I simply do not have confidence that will be the case. If another Republican decides to vote against Blanche, it will kill his nomination.
Fox's Chanley Painter. A Trump-backed congressman's lost a primary in Tennessee. Andy Ogles lost to Republican challenger Charlie Hatcher. Senator Marsha Blackburn won the GOP primary for governor.
We absolutely have to unite as a party and defeat the Democrats.
Blackburn faces Democrat Jerry Green in November. President Trump may go back to the Supreme Court with new executive orders on birthright citizenship that could get challenged after the justices rejected his earlier ones, attempting to not allow babies born in the U.S. to parents here illegally from becoming citizens.
A very, very unfortunate decision.
The new executive order applies to children born of diplomatic staff working on behalf of another government while in the U.S. The 14th Amendment does not confer automatic citizenship to families of ambassadors, and this new order expands that category to other non-citizen employees.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich. The order also addresses so-called birth tourism, restricting visas to foreigners coming here to have babies. A judge has hit Meta with a $567 million fine after the Facebook and Instagram owner lost a trial in New Mexico.
This is on top of the $375 million in civil penalties that Meta was ordered to cough up after it lost a child exploitation trial in New Mexico in March. A jury had found the social media giant misled customers about the safety of its platforms and essentially failed to protect kids from online solicitation.
That's Madeline Rivera. America's listening to Fox News.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
We're still waiting on an agreement on the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's been working out with Oman, though the U.S. has opposed any plan for Iran to charge ships. Its attacks on vessels have restricted shipping for months. President Trump has warned Iran this is the last chance to make a deal to also denuclearize.
I think it's going to end pretty soon. I don't think they can go much longer.
Now, Iran's chief negotiator is critical of the president of staging what the Speaker of Iran's parliament calls theater diplomacy. Posting on X, he threatens a massive attack coming and then it's wait, never mind. They want to negotiate, writing that's going on in a loop. An American researcher who got sick in Antarctica has been rescued.
Pitch black and 45 degrees below zero. A seriously ill American scientist has been taken from an Antarctic research base to a New Zealand hospital in extreme conditions. Pilot Louise Robertson says the Airbus A319's capabilities were tested to their limits.
It was very close to being too cold, and there was a snowstorm the day before, so the timing was really such a narrow window of opportunity.
It's the first time such a mission has been completed in July, Antarctica's winter, and the first in total darkness. The patient is now recovering well. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
An update to the economy is coming out this hour. It's predicted to show about 80,000 jobs created, which would be more than in June.
The unemployment rate is forecast to hold steady at 4.2% after falling unexpectedly to that level in June. The report takes on added importance after the Fed left rates unchanged last week, and Chair Kevin Warsh emphasized that officials will be led by incoming data. A stronger than expected report could revive the case for a Fed rate hike, while further cooling would give policymakers more reason to stay on hold, even in the face of still elevated inflation. Hillary Barsky, Fox News.
Ahead of the report, stock futures are up modestly. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, an Urbana man facing additional felony charges after investigators adding 6 new counts for possession of weapons as a felon. Prosecutors also filed 2 controlled substance charges. Some earlier counts dismissed after new reports clarified evidence. The defendant, Joseph Wild, now facing 11 felonies total. Mayor of Champaign being honored for her commitment to public service. Mayor Deb Frank Feinen's been named a recipient of this year's Paul Simon Jim Edgar Statesmanship Award. The award presented annually to an Illinois state or local elected official who exemplifies vision, courage, and compassion. Champaign City Council rejecting a special use permit for a proposed food truck commissary kitchen. Planning staff says the project didn't meet zoning and operational requirements. Council members agreed, citing traffic flow and site layout concerns. The applicant may revise the plan and resubmit at a later date. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe.
Well, just like that, we are flying through another week, and it's Friday, and here we are. And so you went to the Cubs game and everything else, and I
able to join us.
Yes.
Did you stay for the whole thing? Because Stevie J probably wouldn't have made the whole game.
Oh, well, it was not a night game; it was a day game.
I know,
right?
but you still, it was like you're down in the 9th inning, you're going to lose, so let's beat the traffic and all that stuff.
No, we you know what? We even got there late because we accessed in via the Metro Rail system, and they had signal problems, so we did not get into the ballpark. We left to get to the ballpark an hour ahead of time, to just meander through Gallagher Way and all that. And I don't think we got there till maybe the top of the 2nd inning, but we got some bonus baseball out of it, too.
Yeah, you did. So was it 10 innings, 11 innings? What happened?
It was a 11 inning. Yeah, here's a stat. 11 inning affair. This was the 11th time that the Cubs have had a walk-off win, which leads the major league. So, it was Bregman's tying home run in the bottom of the 9th, and that was pretty much that was just wild. Yeah. That thing just made it the basket in the left field corner.
Was it full, the crowd? Because this was a makeup game.
Yes. Wow. It was a makeup game from Father's Day, and 39,000 plus were there.
Well, here's what you missed. You missed Pat
Hughes.
Pat Hughes.
Yeah.
You got to hear this.
I got an email from...
Here's Pat Hughes. Here you go.
Okay.
2 down, 9th inning, the 1-2 stretch. And the pitch. Drilled in the air. Deep left field, down the line. That ball is going to be a fair ball. A fair ball. And it's a home run. It's a home run. The ball game is tied.
And then...
Lefty, Bush trying to come through. Pete's running. The pitch low, throw to third base. It's a wild throw. Pete's going to score. Cubs win the ball game. Cubs win.
How about that, man?
And we were right down there. I think we were about 10 rows up where on the third base side where you'd be in the midpoint where the old bullpen areas were on the sidelines and the foul lines. And so those were about the best seats I've ever had. And
wow, that's so cool.
And just the game packed, warm, humid, nice breeze off the lake, some sun. But yeah, you could hear that ball clunk off the side of the wall above the basket, and then kicked into the basket, and as close to the foul pole and the left field line as you could possibly put it on Bregman's home run. So,
well, I tell you what, now the Cubs, they just showed they could beat the best team. So if you beat the Dodgers and you go to the and play the AL in the World Series, you're going to be better than anybody in the American League.
Well, I'm worried about just getting past the Brewers. The Brewers are just. They're out of control. I mean, the way they keep winning those ball games.
Yeah, they win a lot. They have the best record in baseball. And
they do, yeah.
That's my new favorite team, sorry. But
that's a nice ballpark. If you can get up there to,
Miller
I
Park,
think they call it American Family Field. That's a nice, yeah. For an inside, for a dome stadium, it's kind of rudimentary, but it's nice. It works. Good food, good seats. We've been there for a number of Cub games up there.
Yeah. And everybody can understand why my fandom switches based on the team my son-in-law is on.
Exactly.
So there you go. Where is Jacob these days?
He's Milwaukee.
Oh, that's right.
So he's in AAA Nashville, but he plays for the Brewer organization.
Right.
So, things can happen. You never know.
And I think the rosters, don't they expand in September 1st?
Yeah, it just depends. What has to happen is somebody gets traded. They did trade 3 outfielders, 2 minors and a major guy, so maybe they're happy with the outfield they have in the minor league. So Anyway, we
The
wait.
Cubs will have a couple of series coming up against the Brewers.
7 games.
Last day of August into September.
And the Brewers have 7 games with 3 with Padres forward, Dodgers out there. So there's a chance they could lose those.
That's right.
But
And let
Brewers,
me tell you, Dylan Cease has got a lot in the tank still. He shut the Cubs down. I think they just had 2 hits until the 9th inning, I believe.
Dylan Cease is with...
He was the pitcher for the Blue Jays.
Okay, yeah, they traded him to the White Sox.
He used to be with the White Sox,
Yeah, he used to be with the White Sox.
Now the White Sox could use him, really, because they're pretty good, too. So, all right, let's check our opening weather at 7:10. Weather brought to you by Carl.
Reminding you, if you happen to twist, sprain, or tear something, the orthopedic specialists at Carl Health are ready to help. Learn more at carl.org.
Yeah, this is Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. This is meteorologist Greg Solier with a look at your weekend, Mr. Solier.
Yes, and off and running, if you can see it out there in some spots with low clouds and fog and reduced visibilities and kind of getting used to this recurring murkiness at times over the next several days. Trapped low-level moisture, not much wind, nearby frontal boundaries. The nights, I don't like it either. They're getting longer, and so that's a contributing factor as well. But overall, pretty mild morning. We were tracking a couple little spotty showers out of southern Champaign, southwest Vermilion County, heading down towards the Illinois-Indiana line of the Wabash. 67 now at Willard and Savoy, but down to a half-mile visibility there. 67 at Rantoul, 1/8 of a mile visibility. So heads up on this dense fog advisory that extends all the way to northwest Ohio up towards the Chicagoland area. That's in effect until 8 o'clock this morning. Then partly sunny, a stray shower as mentioned for this morning, and maybe a thunderstorm at a couple of spots this afternoon. Light south wind 83 down to a low of near 70. Muggy degrees for tonight. Stray shower thunderstorm chance this evening. Again after midnight. That could carry on into early to mid morning. Then partly sunny, dry day tomorrow. Slight drop in humidity at 86 into the upper 60s tomorrow night. And back into warm and humid day Sunday, partly sunny again. Roll the night chances for scattered showers and thunderstorms Sunday. Lesser odds on Monday. About 86 Sunday, close to 90 on a hot and humid Monday. Then largely 80s by day. Muggy, low 70s at night Tuesday to Thursday with, again, a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Signs of a cool-off getting going late next week or into the following weekend here across East Central Illinois. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right, buddy, thank you. 2 weeks from tonight is high school football.
I know it.
2 weeks from tonight is high school football.
And
Are you
everybody's
kidding me?
practicing. And, of course, the Illini. And, we've got the big Jumbotron movie coming up tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's right.
Gates open at 5:15, 5:30 to 6:30. U of I athletes signing autographs. You can't bring any outside food. You don't bring any outside chairs or anything like that.
And needless to say, no beer.
Right.
Yeah,
it's
don't-
a family
can't bring-
thing.
yeah.
And if you want to bring some school supplies, the Family First initiative from Coach Brett Bielma with the backpacks that he puts together after these school supplies are brought in, and then you get a free popcorn for your family. I think it's 1, maybe 2 for family.
Yeah.
So, and that's all brought to you by Busey.
Busey's got it, huh?
That's right.
All right. Anyway, it's tomorrow night, 5:15. If you want to get there super early, I talked to my friend who's in charge of traffic, Joe McCullough.
Yeah.
And he's going to brief us because the parking for football has changed. It's one of those where we can do a complete loop of all the directions on our 4 stations, and half the people won't hear it.
I know that.
So you got them coming from, Des Moines.
Right.
Otherwise called Des Moines. You're coming from all over.
Exactly.
And so what they're doing, if you're coming from the north, there is one corridor. That is First Street.
Yes.
If you're coming from the north, if you're coming from the south, you go First Street. If you come from the north, it's Neal, Kirby and Neal.
Okay.
That's you can't.
And
go
when you're
anywhere.
leaving, it's the 4th Street extension.
I don't know about leaving. I just follow whatever they tell me to do. But I just know that because, anyway, and also if you have a parking pass around the assembly hall.
Yes.
State Farm. If you have a parking pass, it's color coded now.
Okay.
So they used to have to go to your window, look at you before you get through to First Street to park.
Yeah.
And so now it's all color. You see the color.
Yeah.
Anyway, they've really done a lot of work, but the word to get out, and you know what, it's going to be the first 2-3 games are going to be the first 2 or 3 games.
And luckily, I'm usually well connected with who's ever working the lot, and they say, media, go this way, Diane. Next time, bring your
you won't
bag.
get into that area without the color, and don't be paper mache in a new one now.
Okay.
Anyway,
I just kind of flashed the patch here. I got my patch on right now with my Diane Ducey label saying, is
that's
it
your
good
patch.
enough?
That's the color I got. It's called my patch. that.
I shouldn't be that way because it's not the official way. I need to go through the steps.
Well, it would be appreciated because the other thing is you might have a new officer.
You're right.
That doesn't know Diane Ducey. So.
And that's fine.
7:15, it's the Cardinals off, but back today, the Cardinals are trying to get into the hunt for a wild card. They're still a bit behind, though.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your Redbird Recap.
The Redbird Recap is sponsored by Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair. Heal your home with Helitech.
Coming off their first off day since the All-Star break, the Cardinals are back home tonight to begin a 3-game series with the Colorado Rockies. It is also the start of a 6-game homestand, which will see the Phillies come to Busch Stadium next week. Kyle Leahy will make the start tonight in search of his 8th win of the year, but his first win since July 4th. He's 7-4 overall, and despite winning just once, Leahy has been highly effective in 5 starts in the month. He has averaged just about 5 1/3 innings and sports a 1.38 earned run average and a 0.88 whip in 5 starts in July. In 26 innings, Leahy has struck out 24 hitters while walking just 4. Leahy will be opposed by Colorado right-hander Ryan Feltner. First pitch tonight is 7:15 at Busch Stadium. Pre-game coverage gets underway at 6:20. I'm Joe Pott on the Cardinals Radio Network. Helitech Waterproofing and Foundation Repair is offering 50% off labor on qualifying projects. If you're seeing cracks, leaks, or sinking concrete around your home, don't wait. Let the Helitech experts identify the problem and provide proven solutions to protect your home and your investment. Call Helitech or visit helitechonline.com to schedule your free inspection today.
Heal your home with Helitech.
All right, so we combed over the Cubs because Greg Soyer was there yesterday for that 3-2 win over the Toronto Blue Jays, that make-good game from, Father's Day weekend or whatever, to have that 11th inning, 11th walk-off win of the season. Now they'll start up against Kansas City with a 6:35 pregame over on US 105.9. First pitch after 7:10.
There'll be more Cub fans by a lot in Kansas City than there will be Kansas City Royals because they've got a really bad record. And here's the one where you're going, oh, how could they lose that kind of thing?
Right.
But boy, the Cubs are playing well. I would expect them to get 2 out of 3 at least on the road here.
Right. So the Boston Red Sox ended up winning over the White Sox in a slugfest yesterday, 12-11. White Sox are 55-59 on the season and still lead that division. 59 and 55.
4 games over. Okay, yeah.
And so they'll set up a series against the Cleveland Guardians with a 6:40
and they're
start.
Second.
That's
so
right.
That's a battle for first there.
So there was some NFL, preseason action with Carolina over Arizona, 33-30.
I think the Hall of Fame game, we always used to go to the Canton Football Hall of Fame because our family reunion's over there. And it has expanded. We drove by it again. It's just massive. And they got the big game this weekend, Hall of Fame game.
Okay.
You see some NFL on the TV.
Uh-huh.
All right, our weather brought to you by Busey. For over 158 years, it's Busey, member FDIC. And check out their new digital banking platform. All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, our meteorologist is Greg Soyer.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and Vicinity. Widespread fogginess this morning and pockets of dense fog at that early on. Otherwise, partly sunny skies. It'll be a rinse and repeat forecast for the next few days for openers. Warmth and humidity today will top out around 83 with a rain chance at 40% here as the later morning and afternoon wears on. Light south wind. Stray shower thunderstorm in spots early and again late night tonight down to about 69 to 70 for the day tomorrow. Again, maybe some patchy fog to start. An isolated shower threat in the morning. Partly sunny up to 86 and a light southwest to west wind. Upper 60s tomorrow night, partly sunny, and again another humid day's worth of weather on Sunday, and a 50-50 crack at a couple of showers and thunderstorms, a high at around 86. Going to be a hot and humid Monday, maybe a thunderstorm in spots late in the day. High temperatures up close to 90, the middle 80s on Tuesday, lower 80s Wednesday and Thursday, upper 70s to low 80s next Friday. Each day, scattered showers and thunderstorms both morning and late afternoon to early evening. For Stevie Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
This is the run my own business dream. This is the college is paid for dream. This is the retire early dream. This is Busey, where your dreams and possibilities become moments through trusted guidance and expertise, through lifelong relationships. Because we're here to help you achieve the life you've always envisioned. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Wendy's sales declined even more than expected in the recent quarter, though its CEO Bob Wright sees better days ahead. Wright recently returned to run Wendy's. He was its CEO about a decade ago. Wright says the restaurant chain clearly is not performing at its potential. Wendy's is rebuilding its menu to offer more compelling value. It's improving technology and is stepping up its market efforts. Wendy's is not offering a forecast for the year. It's lowering the dividend it pays to shareholders. Sportswear company Under Armour made a small profit in recent months compared with a loss in the period a year ago. Under Armour is also undergoing a transformation. Wall Street will be reacting today to the monthly employment report for July. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
Most investments today feel like second jobs. Real estate, you're a landlord. Stocks, you're a day trader. Crypto, you're a full-time researcher. You've got a life to live. Your investment should help you live it. That's why more Americans are choosing gold. Noble Gold has helped thousands protect their future with real physical gold. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com to get your free wealth protection kit. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals, including gold, involves risks. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Getting new siding and windows is a part of good home maintenance, and it's also a way to improve your home's value and curb appeal. Kramer offers preservation siding and windows in lots of styles and colors. Shutters and trim will complete the look, and our online design tool will help you try before you buy. So start today and save 25%.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
It really is fun to go to Max. I took a stove.
You did?
Yeah. We got it up there in the truck. I can't remember how we did that.
Right.
Anyway, we got the stove on there, took it in, and you drive over a scale.
Mm-hmm.
And then you drive over after the stove's out. And they do some math.
I know.
Math is easy.
It's
math is
interesting.
fun.
Yeah. The weighing of things.
Then you go in and you put your ticket in, and the money comes out like Las Vegas.
That's cool.
It is. I think I got 89 cents.
I've recently been weighing things
on
a trailer when I come in and out, and it's been 1,000 pounds like every time the last 3 trips. It is fascinating to see how much
that pays
stuff
pretty good.
accumulates.
I mean, I think I take that back. I might have got $11. Anyway, it was like, all right, that's really cool. But Max is really, really good. So if you want to recycle,
and it's a good way to incentivize you to clean up whatever you're doing and
there's
haul
some
it
things
out there.
You can't recycle. I mean, you can't donate. You always try and recycle, but dumping is never what we want to really do. But some things you got to dump. That's why we have landfills. So anyway, Max, thumbs up, and they're huge sponsors of our show, of the Cubs, Cardinals,
MLB.
And huge Bears fans.
Big
Bear fans.
Yeah, here we go with the Bears, too.
I know it. Ben Johnson, they got their coach. Don't let him get away, because you got as good a coach as you've had since Ditka.
I like it. Boy, those were some fun days having him on the air for decades here on ESPN 93.5.
And the question I get is, how is he? And
how is he? I get that a lot,
not
too.
Very good health. So
right.
There'll be a day.
Hey, but keep praying for our Mike Ditka for sure.
Yeah.
Mid-80s now. He celebrates a birthday in October.
I think it's 87 this time.
Okay.
I think it's 86. 39? Something like Anyway, I think he'll be 87. Anyway, incredible 20-year experience with Mike Ditka on our local radio show for 20 years. And we started out like Mondays and Fridays with Johnny. We had that going on for years, and he made a few appearances in town, and I just can't. I got so many Mike Ditka stories because of Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've got a couple of my own regarding some cigars and things like that. We were both cigar connoisseurs in that chapter.
And people are going, Diane smoked cigars. You did. I don't know if you do.
It's mainly a bonfire scene to me. That's
okay.
when I like to pull out a cigar. And Ditka gave me one with a ring around it that said 85 Bear Champions.
Wow. Okay.
It was super. And
But you smoked it. I wouldn't smoke it.
I know. I shouldn't.
No, well, you keep the band maybe. But no, he was.
I just wasn't thinking about the collective.
As far as transparency and politically correct, he was Trump before Trump. Mike Ditka said stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like, uh-oh.
Right. We got him worked up where he would say, stop it.
No. Yeah. And you get what you tolerate and just stop it.
Exactly.
And
In fact, I feel like his, kids or something made a shirt that said stop it.
Somebody in the family did have a stop it shirt.
Ditka caricature that's so famous in his restaurant.
Line of food, too. He had a line of food, a lot of the wines he had out there and around, but...
And the cigar humidor that he had in the restaurant there in downtown. I just loved going to that.
So many times I got to sit by him at dinner, and it was for whatever reason, because maybe I was sitting by him, every person looked at me as the gatekeeper. Could we, yeah, sure, ask him.
But then it was, you sure you want to start that?
No, that was a different setting. At the restaurant, he was, hey, God bless you for coming in.
Yeah, that's right.
Affable,
really
talks to
working
people
the room.
Everything. He was unbelievable.
Absolutely.
And people, because sometimes he'd sign without saying a word because it was just the 520th time that day.
Yeah.
And it was a banquet here where a young friend, I think it was J.T. Warren Beer's son, Griffin, and I promised him he'd get an autograph, and I didn't get it done earlier, and we were at the banquet table. And I said, Coach, this is a friend of our family. Could you, that's fine if you want to start that. There were 500 people in the room. I said, we're going to sneak in a little. 90 seconds later, a woman was sitting on his lap. Yeah. That's how it started. All eyes were on that table. All eyes on, he's signing. Go now. Go down.
Right.
And it's just, and we had to get him out there with 5 people, including the late, great Al Johnston. He was one of our Secret Service.
Boy,
And we were walking down the iHotel hallway, and there were literally hands coming out of the wall with footballs. I've never seen anything like it. Where were these people?
Right.
Anyway, the great Mike Ditka. So we'll... if I get any news on it, Johnny and I went to see him, but it's coming up on a year and a half ago, and at that time it wasn't great. It wasn't great.
I had a similar feel at an event with Ernie Banks and went up and got his picture and like a selfie with him at an event. And I was like, I just knew the rhythm because he was done eating because the guests eat first. And, he was speaking. You're right. You're making this cringy face.
It's just so
don't do
hard.
it.
Well, we were at an event with Tiger Woods. With Peter Fox and his family, and I go up near him because Tiger's just sitting with, at the time, Elon, his then wife, and it was just a bunch of friends. He's all by himself.
Yeah.
The table's there, and as soon as I approached, I was intercepted.
Yes,
because they had the people mixed into the crowd.
The security.
And I said, "May I help you?"
Yeah.
And then I said, "Well, we just wanted," and I had the kids, Petey Fox and Nathaniel. And I said, "Just wanted to see." Well, not now. So then after dinner, I go back over. I think it was back. We might have had a camera back then.
Right.
I think it was the camera.
That's right.
Anyway, so I don't go to Tiger. I go to that guy.
Okay.
And he said, sure. I said, Tiger, quick picture with the kids? Sure.
Okay.
Put his arms around him.
That's good.
And we got it done.
She went through the gatekeeper and did things more efficiently.
And that was actually the second time Nathaniel got a picture with Tiger. That happened years ago when he came out of a private airport with a jet after the Buick opened, and he was alone.
Right.
And very, very nice. Hugged Nathaniel, wrestled with him. It was just nice.
Nice.
All right, got a break, Brother Johnny, coming up.
You can share stories too, 359-2255, our morning therapy here on ESPN 93.5.
It can be therapy and sometimes very therapeutic.
Absolutely.
I've got the epitome of the problem in America next. You got to hear this clip.
Oh, boy.
Stand by. Have you been to Pards in Urbana? Well, you need to go to Pards in Urbana. Here's what people are saying. Great customer service, friendly staff. They treat you like family. I love Pards. I was very impressed. Great service. Very neat store. I was greeted and asked if they could help me. That's why you should go. Check them out. It's Pards in Urbana. They're between University and Maine. It's on Maple. Pards in Urbana or visit pards.com. Pards.com.
Jesse Stevens with Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. One of the most common questions we hear is, why does this line keep backing up? Clearing the drain fixes the symptom, but there's often an underlying issue. At Lands, we clear the line, then run a camera to help confirm what's behind the problem. You decide what to do next with confidence. Call 355-5512 for Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Major roadblock for Todd Blanche, who wants to ditch the interim label and become President Trump's full-time U.S. Attorney General thanks to a decision from a senator from Alaska.
Lisa Murkowski says she will oppose Todd Blanche's nomination. Murkowski says, quote, the country needs an attorney general who will check the worst impulses of this administration.
Fox's Chanley Painter, A.G. Blanche, can only lose one more senator since Maine's Susan Collins. The senator will vote no against him. President Trump signs a pair of executive orders on birthright tourism and birthright citizenship.
We had a very unfortunate decision in the Supreme Court concerning birthright. It was close, but a very, very unfortunate decision. So we're making adjustments.
The ACLU says it'll fight it. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, Champaign Fire Department investigating a garage fire that broke out on Tuesday. They contained the flames. Nobody hurt. Damage limited to the garage area. The cause remains under review. Crews were checking whether electrical issues or stored materials could have been contributors. Neighbors still cleaning up debris after a weekend house explosion near Judith and Centennial Drives. Multiple homes damaged, but nobody hurt. Champaign Fire says the investigation ongoing. Insurance adjusters assessing structural impacts. Residents describe the blast as shaking nearby homes. Drivers in Champaign should expect lane closures today as crews clean windows at 100 West University Avenue. One westbound lane on University is closed today. One northbound lane on Randolph will close Friday morning as well. Traffic reduced to a single lane both days, and the city advising drivers to plan for delays. Watch out for workers. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim Miller. We check your weather ahead of Brother Johnny, and that's brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
Yes. In fact, today, if you want to go for folk and roots, it's the first Friday of the month. And between noon and 1, you can go to the lake house and enjoy the show. More details at urbanaparks.org.
Go get every month. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. Widespread fogginess. Low clouds here through the early to mid-morning hours. Otherwise, partly sunny skies and repeating chances for showers and thunderstorms today right through late next week. But the rain chances relatively small today at 40%. A couple of spotty showers around this morning and back in with maybe a thunderstorm this afternoon. 83 forecast high with a light south wind. Stray shower thunderstorm early and again after midnight tonight. Lows near 70. And tomorrow and probably Sunday morning, some areas of patchy fog, partly sunny skies, an isolated shower thunderstorm around tomorrow morning. The high around 86. Back down to the upper 60s tomorrow night. And then 50-50 crack at the scattered shower and thunderstorm business for the day Sunday. Again, a higher humidity, the high at around 86. Close to 90, a hot and humid Monday with maybe a thunderstorm late in the day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, each day scattered showers and thunderstorms. High temperatures generally ranging through the 80s, although some slight cooling late next week, lows near 70. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right, Brother Johnny, on Friday, we were just talking about Coach Ditka, Johnny, and I said he's not in very good health, but we haven't heard anything. You're having a hard time reaching he or Diana.
No, it's tough. He's not mobile, and he was with us for a long time. I sure enjoyed talking to Mike every week.
I had said, if you concur, I had said that he was kind of Trump before Trump, as far as candid, transparent.
No doubt.
But
just pushing back and saying what he liked to say, just saying what everybody's thinking.
Yeah, exactly. He would say what you were thinking but wouldn't say. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. And then all the dinners we had up there with him and the just a flood of members, and you have even more than that because you were partners in the Ditka's restaurant in New Orleans with him when he was coaching the Saints.
It was quite the deal.
Yeah. And you and he had a long talks on airplanes, so it was pretty cool.
Oh, no kidding. It was fun. He's a great guy, great American, and I was just blessed to know him as well as I do.
Yeah. Well, and I know, he's a guy that also kept moving, so this is hard for him, not being able to get around much. So this is particularly hard.
That's really hard.
So the Speaker of the House of the United States of America is a man from Louisiana named Mike Johnson, and you have, in the last year or two, befriended him. And what are you doing this weekend? I had mentioned it earlier on the show.
Well, there's a retreat. It's in an undisclosed location. Seriously, you can't even really go talk about where you might be going. And when you get invited to something, it's RSVP upon confirmation, or what it is, location upon RSVP, because they're not going to send out where he's going at any given time.
Gotcha. I think I accidentally told John Decker on the air, Johnny. Sorry. I told John Decker on the air. I said his location yesterday, but I won't say it again, so I'm sorry about that.
Okay, way to go, Steve. Well, I'll be on the lookout.
Listen,
I think we're okay.
John Decker said, well, Johnny hangs with him all the time. That's what John said. So.
No, but he's a great guy. I think he's a really good man.
I don't think there's any doubt about that.
He's honest.
Yeah.
He's a good Christian guy, and I count that as huge positive, as is Steve Scalise, and those are the top two House guys.
Wow.
And they've gotten a lot done against some big headwinds with 3 or 4 margin, a 3 or 4 congressperson margin, which is almost impossible, and they've done it. So yeah, we can trust those guys to try to do what's best. They may not get it right every time, but they're trying to do what's best for everybody. They are not making a lot of money. And those two guys do not make a lot of money. Okay, they're just there working.
Yeah, so, I think as it goes, corporate executives, the level that these guys are at would be making millions if they were in the private sector. I think it's $180,000 for a congressperson now, isn't it? Something like that. All right, so
I think they kept raising it anyway. But go on.
Delay of games.
I don't know what.
It's not much based on the power and the level they are.
No. The CEO. These are $2 or $3 million CEOs.
Yeah, right. That's right. Got a good bargain. Headline of the News Gazette with Josh Whitman's big picture. Delay of game, big old picture of Josh says for college sports legislation. Jeff DeLessio wrote this after months of debate and discussion, consternation and compromise, the congressional backers of legislation to clean up college sports have a bipartisan bill that's been blessed by the NCAA, the Big Ten, and SEC, and yes, even Donald Trump. Now comes the hard part, getting it through Congress. Illinois Athletic Director Josh Whitman says, which as we know in today's day and age, not always the easiest thing to do, get it through Congress.
What is the bill?
Well, I'm trying to kind of learning with you here. Bill sponsored by Ted Cruz. This is cold. I'm reading this cold. Sponsors Ted Cruz. It's this morning's paper. Republican Ted Cruz, Maria Cantwell, Democrat Washington. Hope would be the eve of the Protect College Sports Act being called for a vote in the Senate and easily passing the 60-vote threshold needed to advance the House. The Congressional Black Caucus did not like it. In a 742-word statement, U.S. Representative Yvette Clarke, Democrat in New York, said the caucus and its 62 Democrats could not support this, objecting to the lack of opportunity for black athletes, coaches, and agents, and the caucus itself, historically, black colleges and universities to provide input. They want to be part of it more than they have been. And as far as the stipulations on what I'm sure it's going to have limits, right? I mean,
it talks here about this college NIL bill, including a $25 million retention pool, in quotes. But is that enough to sway the Big Ten and SEC? That's the headline. So it just
if the SEC and the Big Ten have signed off on it, it must be because they're for this.
Well, let's talk about it when we know more, because all I've heard right now is that they're working on a bill to try to solve a problem and the Democrats are against it.
Okay. That's right.
That's all I've heard.
Here's another part. It would allow schools to share
new news.
It would allow schools to share up to $50 million in revenue with student athletes. Yeah, who's going to do what? Who gets what? It's still vague. And if they're mad about not supporting black athletes and coaches enough, then this isn't going anywhere for now. But I'm also against limits. Johnny, if you just limit, it just goes back to the old days of the under-the-table money.
It's a problem. Yeah. And no one's following the rules if they make them. So we're just in a tough era. I think LSU might be onto something. They had a meeting about their particular situation, and it's going to turn into a privately held franchise is what's going to evolve to. The guys who can't get an NFL team because there's only 32 of them are going to buy the University of Illinois Fighting Illini. I'm thinking of buying stock. Maybe we could own it like Green Bay.
There you go.
It's going to be a private. The schools have no business trying to run a sports franchise, and Josh Whitman should be in charge, whatever they do. So that's my real vote.
He's smart.
Put Josh in charge of whatever we come up with.
Well, do you know that Josh just signed? When we saw him at the Urbana Country Club, I said, I think you're a flight risk. And he said, I'm very happy here. I said, I know, but for a commission is what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. So anyway, they just somebody must have heard me say that because they just extended him 10 years.
Yes.
Good job, Steve. Well, he could be commissioner of the new college football professional league.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's right.
Like the NFL
well,
has.
Frankly, I mean, when Roger Goodell leaves, I think Josh Whitman would be that level. I really do. I think he could do something like that. And I think didn't Roger Goodell get $50 million a year? 50.
Well, and he has a jet for life, which is really kind of gets under my skin. That really gets under my skin.
All right, Johnny, I wanted to play what I think is we grow corn, soybeans, we grow all kinds of things, we invent things, we work hard. I think we're growing the wrong thing, and this statement will prove what I say. Here's a man who's upset because he's having his $740 taken from his EBT for food for his 2 kids. And the government says, well, you're pretty able-bodied. We think you need to work 20 hours a week. Yeah, that didn't go well.
Okay.
I got an email from EBT. I used to get 700.
By the way, this is heavily redacted. I couldn't. The F words start flying. I had to edit them. I mean, that was tricky. Very tricky to make this playable.
I got an email from EBT. I used to get $740 a month for my 2 kids, and we not getting EBT no more. They took the EBT. They saying I gotta work 20 hours a week. I'm not working for nobody. Get the fuck out of here. This is what Americans, taxpayer, work for. They work for me. They gotta help me feed my kids. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be quitters now. Y'all been helping us all this time. Now y'all want to tap out. Get the fuck out of here. I want my EBT, yo. I want my EBT, and I'm not working for nobody. I'm a fucking boss. I look like working when the government is here to help. Come on. Y'all send all that money to Iraq, Ukraine. Y'all funding all these wars. But when it's time to help the Americans, y'all don't want to bust. I need my EBT, yo. I need my money, yo. I need my EBT. Stop playing with me, yo.
Okay, so we're growing
electronic benefits transfer.
We're
okay.
We're assistance, food stamps.
Of all the wonderful things we're doing, we're also growing that. Johnny, what's your take?
Is that 700? And did you say how much was that?
It's only $750 a month,
right?
And
which is quite a bit for food for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
That should cover it. But the truth is, when you do that, it is something that you're counting on, and it's hard to just go cold turkey on the guy, and that's our problem. And then he probably, I'm going to guess that he has 2 kids that he's feeding. What about the 50% of the people getting that don't have any kids? They're just getting the money, because that's the kind of fraud we've got going on. And the opponents we have right now are even fighting us on stopping the fraud. I mean, we've got a true revolution that's escalating. We've had an interesting results. We got the Michigan guy. We need to follow Michigan.
Abdul El Sayed. And then he was on.
Who basically
he was there saying, "Can't we just get along? Can't we just come together?"
Well, no, because your mentor agrees with the idea of slaughtering children and raping women and just completely annihilating you if you don't agree with what we want. That's what he said about October 7th, and he said we deserve 9/11. That's the new mentor of the Democratic Party. It looks like he is about 6'7", and that's who's buddies with Abdul. And so, what's the problem is what's escalating is when you still say I got to vote Democrat, you're saying because those folks are better than you, because that's how much more the gap of division widens, and that's a little more than offensive to me, because all I want is less crime and more opportunity and fair elections and pure girl sports. I don't think that's that bad. That's not the same thing as killing a bunch of people. And fighting against everything America stands for. And if you believe that by supporting, and if you ask someone voting Democrat, they'll say, well, I've always been a Democrat. I don't believe with any of that. I don't agree with it.
Yeah, right.
But you can't do that. The Southern Poverty Law Center tried fighting the Nazis until they went away, and then they paid them to come back so they would have someone to fight.
Johnny, explain that, because they truly funded a group that they used to fight, and they gave them money so they go out so they could have something to raise money on or something.
The Nazi Party, which was basically dead, and they had a lot of help stamping those guys out, but they revived a certain group of them. They actually paid two who wanted to quit, and you guys stay with it for a while for us.
Wow.
So that there would be a Nazi to fight, and they raised a lot of money over it.
Unbelievable.
And by the way, just to make sure they didn't get caught, they had a little distraction. Did you hear Trump? He's for the Nazis.
Yeah.
He's for the Nazis.
Right.
That was them yelling that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is bad stuff, and it's getting worse. And so I'm concerned, and there is a really good maybe silver lining involved in this. We got Carville and numerous, probably millions of other Democrats who are saying, I'm done. This is it. I'm not being in that party. He's not in my party, or I'm not in that party. And maybe Carville, he makes his money with the Democrats, but he may not hold the line because he's not.
Do you hear what Bernie Sanders said about James Carville? Do you hear about that?
What's that?
What Bernie Sanders said about James Carville.
Probably, I don't know what he said.
He said if Mr. Carville wants to go somewhere else, good luck to him, starting your own party.
Yeah, no, right. Well, so that's great. And so there are Democrats, millions of Democrats, who haven't voted anything but Democrat for 3 generations, who are going to vote something else. And that's a big deal.
Well, when Bill Maher gets out there and says, my vote is in play, and yes, I could vote for J.D. Vance, that's shocking to the liberal world.
Well, what they're doing is they're going so far with this. You've got to stay loyal to your team, but they don't believe in anything the team's doing. And it's hard to break away. I don't know what that attraction is. I've never been attracted to a party. I'm a registered independent, but I've been supporting Republicans. My number one political goal in 1992, when I ran for Senate, and people asked me, I said, really, I hate to put it this way, but it's stop the Democrats before they kill us all. And everybody who I told that to kind of laughed, and I kind of laughed because it was half joking. No one would laugh anymore.
Yeah, right. No,
it's not funny.
No.
See me Christmas.
Yeah.
We're talking about getting killed, but we have the lowest crime ever, and we have great opportunities. There are good investments. We're paying more for it. But do you know what the socialists want to charge for it? Everything you got. And so it's going the wrong way, and I think maybe they've gone too far this time, but we'll see. We'll see how this.
Yeah.
You notice, though, Steve, that the voters in Michigan, it was all around the universities where you can easily register and vote, whether you actually show up or not. And I think that had a lot to do with it. Their system they've created for this voting is a huge part of it. But there is energy for these crazy ideas.
No, there is, for sure. The young folks, for sure. If you were the handler for Zevran Mondami, the mayor of New York, would you suggest he go to a pro-police rally?
Well, he's done stuff like that to try to say, look, we're going to all work together. This is just a flat, better idea I have for you. And so I give him credit for it, but no, I would probably say it's too soon.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Well, here's how it sounded. Here's how it sounded yesterday when he showed up. And he's going on stage now, and you can kind of hear the disruption. And he talks for 43 minutes before he just simply has to end it.
What I see, the Democratic Party, to me, is tracking along with the Iranian Revolutionary Guard and the Iranians trying to survive. The Democrats are trying to survive, and whenever they say, hey, no, then someone throws, shoots a drone at a ship.
Yeah.
And it's like they're bringing them down. And finally, you have to say the Democrats are crazy because the relative minority in the party, minority of white women mainly, and men, I guess, mostly whites in the Democratic Socialist Party, have the microphone, and they're pushing these ideas and they're announcing goals that nobody wants, and they won't back off.
Yeah.
And so that's the problem Iran has. They can't even get a pause with the Americans who are going to let them off the mat because there's people firing away every time they say they've got a deal. That's what's happening in the Democratic Party as well.
Well, I wonder, though, how this culminates. I mean, you got your Tucker Carlson group that have become kind of anti-MAGA. They might start a party. And then you got your Democratic Socialists of America or communism, whatever you want to call it. They definitely, if they're going to be rejected. And how does Chuck Schumer embrace this when he's Jewish? How in the world could you?
I don't know. Chuck's fried. I mean, that's why one reason I'm a strong proponent of term limits is to save people like Chuck, who has now gone insane. So he's just been there too long, man.
But I mean, Johnny, how can you be so? If you say I'm anti-Jew, isn't it awful to say I'm anti-black or anti-Asian? Why is that acceptable?
It's not acceptable, and this big tent thing means no matter who you are or what you want to do or what you've done, if you're going to say you're going to vote for us, come on in, because Steve and John are worse than you are. Yeah. But you don't even know what I did. I don't care. I don't care. Right. That's what's bothering me. This isn't about, in a civilized manner discussing ideas. This is about you're either with me or against me. And by the way, don't ask me what I'm going to do. It's like Pelosi. We're not going to find out what's in the bill until we pass it.
That's right.
You're not going to find out what I'm going to do until you elect me.
Mm-hmm.
And we're supposed to go in with, if you're a Democrat, that's what they're telling you. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. You're a Democrat, vote. And we'll let you know what we're going to do, like the woman in Virginia. She just turned on them like a banshee.
Supposed to be moderate. Hey, so what happens if there is a Tucker Carlson party, if there's a Republican party, if there's a Democratic party and a Democratic Communism party? What's the vote breakout in that?
I think it's going to be similar to what you have now. You'll get less people voting for both Republican and Democrats. They'll never amount to anything. Trump says they may get 10%, the commies. Tucker might get 10%. Then that's a cancellation fee. That's all.
Okay.
And you get more perspective. There's how many presidential candidates are there now? There's 10 or 12.
No, there's gonna won't there be I don't know, will anybody run against J.D. Vance? Marco Rubio said he would not if J.D.'s running. So I wonder if the Democrats
There'll
have
be a lot of people running.
18 people maybe on the Democratic side?
Who knows? I think the Republicans will have a lot.
Really?
Look,
okay.
It's an open seat for president.
Yeah,
right?
True. Yeah.
So I think you're going to get a lot of people running. Well, in 16 there was what did Trump have?
I think it was 18.
16.
I think it was 16 to 20,
so.
and it was stage
full. No, that's
full.
good. Let's get those ideas going.
That's right. But really,
like
Johnny, there's no way that this. I mean, we're truly, some of the verbiage is totally communism. What are we doing?
Well, they're just wild-eyed kids with nothing to do. They're well-educated. They don't work, and their job is the revolution. That's what they're doing. And they're doing actually a pretty good job. They've got this new technology. They are on top of it, and they have They live with younger people. You have to remember, when you were 20 or 21, you were open to a lot of things. And now you got these people getting a lot of attention. You know, the way that it's covered is just bird's nests on the ground. That woman running for governor in Wisconsin said, "No, Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday now." That was a brilliant move, because everybody plays both of them. If you're running in politics, there's no such thing as bad press. It's an old axiom.
Right.
Not quite true, but if you get your name out there, let me give you an example. Have you heard of Donald J. Trump? He's had $2 trillion worth of bad press.
Yeah.
Now, no one else has had that kind of press, so he's the most powerful politician on earth.
Yeah,
You know?
no, it is. No question.
That's just how it works.
But if we're not talking about Civil War era stuff with cannons and things and reloading your musket back in the Revolutionary. I mean, we're talking about sophisticated nuclear, all these things. If things fall apart, don't you think the military would fragment with people wanting to say, we're not doing all that?
Yes, it would. We don't want to do that, and that's why the Democrats, unfortunately, it has to be the Democrats to push back on these folks. And let me tell you something. They went after Abdul hard. That should have been a 15-point win.
Wow.
And they did cut it to less than one, but it just wasn't enough. So they are trying, and that's a heck of a candidate. If you look at the two people talking, the guy should have won 90-10. The poor girl. That girl was not a strong candidate.
No.
And Abdul is brilliant at the mic. So was Plattner, Steve.
No.
These guys, when you have no conscience, there's this, and you're very glib and articulate. You can sway a lot of people and come up with, you're willing to say absolutely anything.
Yeah, I mean, look at President Obama. In that case, he was an excellent speaker.
Well, and he wasn't quite as vicious as this guy Abdul. There's something about Obama you kind of like, he didn't seem like a bad guy. And he had more charisma, but this guy has charisma too. So we'll see if Michigan can handle it. I hate to leave anything in the hands of Michigan, Steve. You know how I am.
You're right.
That's right. Hey, all right, Johnny. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Always a pleasure to get your take on all these things, and people enjoy it too. So thanks so much.
Yeah, I'll talk
Appreciate
to you Wednesday. I should be. I can give you a report.
Yes, from the Mike Johnson in a disclosed location. Yeah. So that's a pretty cool.
No, I got an email during the call. They've already changed it, thanks to you. So I'm not telling you the next location.
No, please don't. Okay. Don't tell me. But it's not bring your little brother to conference week, is it, Johnny? Or anyway.
Yeah, actually, there you might have something there. I think you could come, but I think I could have had a guest. But the problem is, I would be banned from forever after that. But anyway.
Hey, Mike! No. Hey, Mike! Mike over here! Hey, Mike! Yeah, you can't take me anywhere.
Right, well,
Johnny.
Have a good weekend up there.
You as well. Let me know how it goes. Thank you, Johnny.
Have a good one.
Thank you, Brother Johnny. New Orleans headed to the
When you were bringing up the New York
location.
mayor at the night out in New York City, it was 43 seconds, not 43 minutes. So
okay, thank
somebody
you.
had texted in.
And
There's another text about Trump's, blowing off the rape charges or the Jeffrey Epstein Island. It's hard to have bad press.
Do you think
he gets idolized?
Do you think anything legitimate would have allowed him to be president twice?
Right.
You can make accusations through association. Remember, he kicked him out. He kicked Epstein out of his club when he learned that he was a creep.
Absolutely.
And how many people? Everybody has had pictures of Jeffrey Epstein.
Need something of substance.
Anyway,
on all that.
it's just
that's okay.
Stuff. That's all right. You
Everybody's
can hang on to all your stuff.
To their own opinions.
217-359.
God bless this country.
God bless America. 217-359-2255 if you want to jump on the Fisher National Bank text line this morning. Another hour to go before we bid farewell for the weekend. And,
Friday.
That's what it is.
And it's looking good for our Special Olympics golf outing at the Orange Course in Savoy. Looking forward to
37 foursomes.
Exactly.
4? Sorry. It's 8 o'clock. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Jobs lost, not gained. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. We just got that hiring update, a worse than expected jobs report for July.
Negative 23,000. Unemployment rate drops in July to 4.1% from 4.2% in June.
Fox Business Network's Lauren Simity, that lost jobs last month unexpected. A gain of 80,000 jobs was predicted, and there have been revisions down for May and June. 103,000 fewer jobs created than first reported. But on Wall Street, stock futures rise with less concern about a future Federal Reserve interest rate hike. The Senate may vote today on acting Attorney General Todd Blanche's nomination, and the second Republican plans to vote no. Lisa Murkowski joins Susan Collins opposing making Blanche full-time AG.
Murkowski said in a statement that she is concerned that the Trump administration could go forward with its proposed fund to compensate January 6th rioters, even though Blanche has said he will shelve the idea. She also said she has issues with the handling of the release of the Epstein files and what she called, quote, sweeping immunity protections granted to President Trump, his family, and their businesses, among other things.
That's Fox's Tanya J. Powers. If one more Republican senator sides with Democrats, Blanche would not be confirmed. Another congressman has lost a primary, the ninth one in the House this year. Andy Ogles, a Republican in Tennessee who had President Trump's endorsement, defeated by GOP challenger Charlie Hatcher, who was backed by Governor Bill Lee. Now, Lee can't run again. Senator Marsha Blackburn won the Republican primary to replace him.
We are a solid red conservative state, and all of these socialist, communist policies end at the Tennessee state line.
Blackburn faces Democrat Jerry Green in November. 5 teachers and staffers are dead at a school near Bangkok, Thailand. A 14-year-old student went on a shooting spree, wounding more than 20 others. He also killed his grandparents before going to school. The boy's also dead. He killed himself as well. America's listening to Fox News.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil. One simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to Metamucil.com for more details.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
We are still waiting on another deal with Iran, and while President Trump insists they have to agree to denuclearize, getting shipping flowing again, ending attacks on oil tankers and other vessels, also a big issue.
Iranian officials say they are close to a deal with Oman to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. They could expect an announcement anytime. President Trump insists he is personally involved in those negotiations. The president said an agreement could be announced as early as today.
Fox's Steve Harrigan in Tel Aviv. There is a different agreement in the Middle East.
This defense agreement brings together the second largest military in NATO, the wealthiest country in the Middle East, and a nuclear-armed power from Asia. Turkey, Saudi Arabia and Pakistan say they want to strengthen collective deterrence against any act of aggression. Similar to NATO's Article 5, an attack on any one of the three will be considered an attack on all. The deal will likely lead to joint military exercises, technology transfers and intelligence sharing. It was signed at a meeting of the three countries' leaders in the Saudi holy city of Mecca. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
3 wildfires keep charring the Spokane, Washington area. They've burned more than 900 homes and other structures, some reduced to just ashes and ruins. One of the fires was set, and the accused arsonist admitted it.
But did not enter a plea as his attorney asked for a mental competency exam. Aaron Farnacci appears to have an obsession with fire. He also admitted to detectives he started what's now known as the Old Trails Fire. Investigators say Farnacci told them he started some 25 fires in and around his neighborhoods since last year, some of which forced evacuations, burned dozens of acres, and damaged at least one home.
That's Fox's Sarah Allegre in Spokane. Back to our top story. That worse than expected unemployment report for July. 23,000 jobs lost, hiring revised lower for May and June. But on Wall Street, stock futures are rising out of the opening bell, up almost 200 points for the Dow. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Drivers in Champaign should expect lane closures today as crews clean windows at 100 West University Avenue. One westbound lane on University is closed today. One northbound lane on Randolph will close Friday morning as well. Traffic reduced to a single lane both days, and the city advising drivers to plan for delays. Watch out for workers. Well, Champaign Fire Department investigating a garage fire that broke out on Tuesday. They contained the flames. Nobody hurt. Damage limited to the garage area. The cause remains under review. Crews were checking whether electrical issues or stored materials could have been contributors. Neighbors still cleaning up debris after a weekend house explosion near Judith and Centennial Drives. Multiple homes damaged, but nobody hurt. Champaign Fire says the investigation ongoing. Insurance adjusters assessing structural impacts. Residents describe the blast as shaking nearby homes. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm John.
Hey, good morning, 806. I'm Stevie J. That's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
Another hour together here on the radio. And again, getting text in. You're always welcome, 217-359-2255. We did reminisce in our first hour about Greg Solier's family getting to go to the Cub game yesterday with 39,000 in a makeup game.
That's right.
And then coming.
Yeah.
And this Alex Bregman, who you got from Houston, was kind of a dumpy until last month. Now he's turning into the guy he was known for in Houston.
Yeah, I think he come over from, it was a free agent signing. Did he come over from Boston in his latest?
I think he was. It was Houston, one of the garbage can guys, and then to Boston.
Yeah.
And now Chicago for like $180 million. So it was a big
5-year deal. And he's really just finally come around.
Yeah,
he
really
started
has.
Just after the All-Star break.
Well, you know what? Now's a good time to come around. So, yeah. And the Cubbies got 7 games with Milwaukee coming up. Milwaukee's got a tough West Coast trip. I don't know. The Cubs sweeping the Dodgers kind of opened you up and said, wait a minute now, how good are these guys? So
yeah, they're good, but I think the better ball club is about an hour and a half north of getting up in there in Milwaukee. Yeah, that's the team.
They just aren't afraid to sacrifice a runner and then take a base hit to score one run. They play the smaller ball, I think, but although
yes, they do.
I think they're the last place team hitting home runs.
Yeah, but they are number one in if I say this right, the stat least chase pitches. Oh, they're very
patient,
focused at the plate. Yeah.
That's why Jacob, my son-in-law, I thought was a perfect fit for Pat Murphy.
I would think, yeah.
He's got a great eye at the plate. He steals bases. He can bunch you over. He's definitely not a home run hitter, contact player. All those things that Milwaukee does, he does. And the Brewers actually had Jacob change his swing.
Oh, really?
And he went along with it, and the hitting coach in the big leagues sent a text to him a week or two ago and said, your velo, the velocity off the bat, is improving. I'm seeing your averages going up. Way to go.
Nice.
And so, yeah, they appreciate him. And he's without saying I'm a little biased, but he's a great teammate, and he's not one of those guys stomps around with a bad call, all these things. He just kind of jogs back. So that's the kind of Brewer.
Respectful of the game.
Yes, no question. He stands there on the national anthem, coming from West Point, has his hat over his heart, and doesn't move. The other guys tend to wiggle a little bit, and he just, even the dang national anthem, I think he does great. Come on, man. Way to go. It's 8:09. It's Jacob Hurtubise if you want to track him.
Great.
Check your weather, 8:09. Weather is brought to you by Route 45 Wayside in Pasodum. It's Candy Foster, the great Candy Foster, 1 to 4 Sunday afternoon. You want to hear a great blues guy and a great guy.
Route 45 Wayside on Sunday afternoons in Pasodum.
All right, sir. It's just bright sunshine is emanated, although it looks a little rainy to the west. What are you seeing?
Yeah, well, it's just that. One little lone shower right now, maybe exiting Tolono and making the run to the east and east-southeast. So, yeah, just a little bit west of about Philo right now. We sit at 69 here at Philo over at Willard and Savoy, Champaign County. Northward, temperatures pretty much either side of the 70-degree mark, and pretty thick and soupy still in some spots. Get used to that. That'll be an on and off recurring thing. Same with these waffling photoboundaries showing no sign of really moving any direction. So some days it'll be warm, some days days close to hot, some days humid, others maybe not so much until sometime late next week or in the following weekend. We do foresee the start of a pattern shift. There are cooler days and drier days with humidity values in mind beginning late next week or into the following weekend. So about 10 days or so out ought to be far more comfortable go of it around here. And still the likelihood of some organized rainfall from time to time as well. So with that said, the areas of fog still around some spots that's burning away, the last of it over the next hour or so. Still the ongoing fog advisories up to the north until 9 for 4 to the Iroquois counties and across into northwest Indiana. Apart from that, partly sunny skies, warm, humid weather for the day today. And again, a stray shower this morning, maybe an isolated shower thunderstorm at a couple of spots this afternoon. Heading towards 83 down to 69 to 74 tonight. Shower threat this evening, again after midnight, tomorrow, and probably Sunday. Some patchy fog in the morning. Partly sunny, shower thunderstorm in the mid-morning or so. Better likelihood in the afternoon. Tomorrow with a high around 86. The rain chances are down somewhat here tomorrow night, low down to 67. Then they're back up to about 50% on Sunday. Highs into the middle 80s again. Flirting with 90 on Monday, 85 Tuesday, lower 80s Wednesday, Thursday, maybe just upper 70s next Friday. But each day, a couple of showers and thunderstorms across the area. Probably best odds for organized rainfall Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. For TV Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Thank you, Greg. 8/11, Friday, August 7. ESPN 93.5. 2 weeks from tonight, you'll be at your high school football game.
Yeah.
3 weeks, 28 to 4 weeks. In less than 4 weeks, Illinois plays UAB. September 3. I believe that's correct. So 3 weeks is the 28th, and then we get into Labor Day is late this year, I think.
That's right. It's like on weekend. September 7th.
It's 3 is Thursday,
so
4
we
Friday.
could technically be taking off the 3rd, since that's like an 8 o'clock game against the University of Alabama, Birmingham, and then Friday off, and then you have Monday off. Okay, I'm planning my days off here, Steve.
Go right ahead.
Early September.
As always, here at Stevie J Broadcasting, do whatever you want.
It is a good place to work when it comes to that. That's for sure. Just get it done. Get her done. That's mainly the theme. If you're taking time off, that's fine. Just make sure you're getting it done.
Just let me know. Okay, yeah, you can. They got the weekend. Monday is, of course. Then again, right now, I'll be here to talk about the game. I'll be here that Friday to talk about the game. I don't know about Monday since there's no football.
Right.
And the NFL doesn't start till the week after.
I know. I'm just so confused.
So what are we to do on Labor Day Sunday? I don't know.
Relax with your family.
There you go. Oh, the FedEx will be going on, although I don't know. I've never really been wrapped up in the FedEx golf tournament. The guy gets $15 million or something, but unless he wants to share it with the family, why would I care? But it is a lot of money. And they're playing for high stakes, the best players in the world. I'd like watching golf because it's just unbelievable to me how easy they make card shots look. I mean, you're in the grove of trees, and I'll just bend it around there and get it on the green.
Right.
It isn't that easy, my friends. Yeah, they just take that club, and it's like a surgeon's scalpel. They can do anything they want with it.
Right.
Okay, we jump to our sports. I'll play that clip again from the Cubs.
Okay.
Because,
why not? I mean, it was 11 innings, and this was their 11th walk-off win. And now they're getting set up for Kansas City with a 6:35 pregame and 7:10 first pitch. But it was a makeup game against the Toronto Blue Jays, and the Cubs came out on top 3-2 yesterday.
Woo! 2 down, ninth inning, the 1-2 stretch. And the pitch. Drilled in the air. Deep left field, down the line. That ball is going to be a fair ball. A fair ball. And it's a home run. It's a home run. The ball game is tied. Lefty to lefty. Bush trying to come through. Pete's running. The pitch low. Throw to third base. It's a wild throw. Pete's going to score. Cubs win the ball game. Cubs win. Pete Pro Armstrong stealing third. The ball bounced off the glove of Smith. It rolled out into left field. Pete Pro Armstrong scores the winning run. What a ball game.
Pat Hughes, wonderful.
Yes.
Hall of Famer.
Obviously excited and losing his voice by the end of the game. They are at Kansas City tonight.
There'll be a lot of Cub fans, more Cub fans than Royal fans, I predict.
It's a lot when it's in the Midwest, thanks to the WGN days, I would say.
Yeah,
because you could hear them everywhere.
See them everywhere. They're Superstation. Them and TBS in Atlanta. same kind of deal. You could catch them on the islands in the Caribbean. I mean, they were everywhere.
Yeah.
That's why they call them superstations. But Kansas City is 20 games under 500 or something.
Okay.
Even though Michael Massey plays for him, that's a U of I kid. That's a wonderful young man.
Mm-hmm.
He does play in Kansas City. But I think the Cubbies should probably do fine if they don't have too big of a letdown from this Dodgers series and now this come from behind yesterday. But they're going to be quite a bit better than Kansas City.
Colorado Rockies are in Busch to take on the St. Louis Cardinals with a 7:15 start here on ESPN 93.5. Boston Red Sox, Chicago White Sox, 12-11. Bo Sox on top. What a slugfest. Over 4 hours on that game. And the Chicago White Sox 59-55 on the season to top the, what is that, AL Central then?
Yeah, White Sox AL Central.
Just over the Minnesota Twins at this point. Air Bud being shown tomorrow. Gates open at 5:15 at Geese Memorial Stadium if you want to see the Jumbotron in action.
So what am I
event.
Bringing a blanket to sit on the Astro
Yes, you
whatever
can do
it's
that,
called,
or just
turf?
frankly sit in anywhere, and you'll have a wonderful
true.
view. I mean, it's huge.
You could sit where the students sit, but I think a 50-yard line right in the middle.
I just want to go. Not that I'm a fan of Air Bud from '97, like
Have you
David
seen the
Mirkovich,
movie?
who, by the way, had the foot injury earlier this week, so we don't even know if he's going to be there. I was thinking it'll be cool.
Have
for
you
him
seen Air Bud?
I have.
The dog can play. Come on.
I know.
It's a great movie.
And I feel like he bounces his off his
I
nose.
know it.
And
How does
it's
he do that? And there was
amazing.
no special effects. It was awesome.
The Family First Backpack Initiative from Coach Brett Bielma and his wife Jen, as you bring in school supplies, could get your family a free popcorn. Hall of Fame game yesterday. Yeah. I guess that happened. We were anticipating
I thought it was this weekend, but 33-30?
33-30, Carolina on top. Panthers rookie quarterback Hayes King, a 5-yard rush for the win. And stepping up to the mic, talking more about cleaning up college sports, our own athletic director, Josh Whitman, as Congress is taking a look at all this. It's kind of a deep dive, but if you want to poke around on that, that's kind of trending in Illini Nation also.
2/3 of retirees wish they'd done things differently during retirement planning. So if you're not at retirement yet, then maybe Busey Wealth Management can help you. They think that there should be a clear vision for your golden years. Greatest motivator, prepare well. If you know what you want and you really strive to get, it's amazing how it can work if you put it in your brain and you focus. Also, get educated. Retirees say they wish they educated themselves better on savings options. And compounding interest is one of those deals where you can't believe how things multiply. They can help you with that, explain that to you. Make a plan and then budget for it. Contribute today and as much as you can, and don't touch the darn thing. Keep contributing is huge. You just take $1,000 and do $50 a month. I mean, it's amazing if you can do $50 a week.
Yeah.
You won't believe what that'll look like in 30 years.
That's right.
It's stunning. No way. Yeah. But then life happens and you grab it and stuff. Don't do that. Turn your dreams into reality. They'll go over all these 7 points with you if you make an appointment. For more retirement resources, visit Busey's Money Matters blog. That's on Busey.com. There's a whole bunch of resources. Moneymatters.busey.com, I guess, for Money Matters. But moneymatters.busey.com. And just sit there and get educated. The experienced professionals of Busey Wealth Management, ready to create your personalized plan or check in on your current retirement goals. Call them at 800-67-BUSEY. Or visit Busey.com today. Busey Wealth Management, solutions for your lifetime. Investment products and services not FDIC insured, are not deposits. No bank guarantee, may lose value. So Johnny's got this conference he was invited to with the Speaker of the House. And,
fellow Louisianan, Mike Johnson.
And so when I suggested maybe it was bring your little brother to work day, he just thought that he'd never get invited again. Hey, Mike, over here!
Little
hey, Mike!
Fanboy kind of Chris Farley style when he was interviewing Clint Eastwood.
Mike, hey! Security.
Exactly.
So Stevie J would probably be like that. Here's your weather. Here's Greg.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign, Urbana, Saturday. Widespread fogginess this morning and pockets of dense fog at that early on. Otherwise, partly sunny skies. It'll be a rinse and repeat forecast for the next few days for openers. Warmth and humidity today will top around 83 with a rain chance at 40% here as the later morning and afternoon wears on. Light south wind. Stray shower thunderstorm in spots early and again late night tonight down to about 69 to 70 for the day tomorrow. And again, maybe some patchy fog to start. An isolated shower threat in the morning. Partly partly sunny, up to 86 and a light southwest to west wind. Upper 60s tomorrow night, partly sunny, and again another humid day's worth of weather on Sunday, and a 50-50 crack and a couple of showers and thunderstorms, a high at around 86. Going to be a hot and humid Monday, maybe a thunderstorm in spots late in the day. High temperatures up close to 90, the middle 80s on Tuesday, lower 80s Wednesday and Thursday, upper 70s to low 80s next Friday. Each day, scattered showers and thunderstorms both morning and late afternoon to early evening. For Stevie Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
I'm Susan Lee, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The number of U.S. jobs declined by 23,000 in July. Economists were expecting an increase of more than 80,000 jobs last month. Jobs declined in retail but held up in manufacturing and construction. Also, May and June job creation was revised lower by 103,000. The unemployment rate declined to 4.1% in July, though that may reflect more people leaving the workforce. The labor force participation rate declined to 61.4%. Wendy's reported a disappointing quarter, though the restaurant chain brought back its former CEO. It's updating its menu and making other changes to turn the business around. And Airbnb is raising its forecast for the year. It's using AI to improve its vacation rental service. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
Most investments today feel like second jobs. Real estate, you're a landlord. Stocks, you're a day trader. Crypto, you're a full-time researcher. You've got a life to live. Your investment should help you live it. That's why more Americans are choosing gold. Noble Gold has helped thousands protect their future with real physical gold. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com to get your free wealth protection kit. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals, including gold, involves risks. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
At Curtis Orchard, enjoy the Land of Oz activity place. The scene outside and the creativity and feeding the goats. The store, the bakery, and the cafe all in one farm, where everything is made with care and connected to the same family that's been welcoming you to Curtis Orchard since 1980. Award-winning cider, local honey, jams, canned goods, toys, and thoughtful gifts. Don't forget the Apple Crisp donuts, fritters, and pies, and the apple slushies. Head to 3902 Duncan Road. Visit curtisorchard.com.
What is most important in your life? This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. If you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Looking for a warm, welcoming place to relax in Tuscola? Stop by Hometown Grounds, where great coffee and great company come together. They're proudly serving Mad Goat coffee, so you can enjoy a rich, delicious cup while catching up with friends. And if you've got kids, no problem. There's a special play area where they can have fun and you sit back and relax. Hometown Grounds is a gathering place for the whole community and perfect for meetings. Come see what everyone's talking about in Tuscola. Visit hometowngroundscoffee.com and plan your visit today.
Hey golf cart shoppers, tired of the same old golf cart shopping experience? Come over to Midwest Carts in Tuscola, Illinois, where customers rave about unbeatable pricing, massive selection, and full service done right. As the largest Denago golf cart dealer in Illinois, they've got premium new models plus 20 to 30 quality used carts ready to roll at any time. And the best part? Free delivery on new carts anywhere in Illinois or Indiana. Midwest Carts, Tuscola, Illinois. Find them at mwcarts.com.
Toilet won't flush and the tub gurgles? That's usually the main sewer. Land's Drain Cleaning can clear the line and use a camera when needed to confirm what caused it. Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
Iron Horse Golf Course in Tuscola. Enjoy the special on Tuesdays and Thursdays as you tee off before 2. $30, 18 holes with a cart. Check out the improvements at Iron Horse Golf Course in Tuscola. A great event space for birthdays, receptions, anniversaries, and reunions. Free carts on Mondays. 2000 Iron Horse Drive in Tuscola. Call the Pro Shop at 217-253-6644. Iron Horse Golf Course in Tuscola.
All right, the Ammons, some news on Carol and Aaron. Is that...
Well, the first House Special Investigative Committee had a hearing for Representative Carol Ammons yesterday, as Carol and her husband, Champaign County Clerk Aaron Ammons, are at the center of this federal wire fraud indictment. Neither Ammons nor their attorneys were present at the hearing. It began with the chair, Curtis Tarver, from a Democrat from Chicago, making it clear that Carol and her attorneys knew her rights and that it was their choice not to attend since the hearing consisted of many formalities. The hearing marks the first step, though, that the legislature would need to take to decide if disciplinary action should happen against...
I thought the Democratic Speaker of the House in Illinois had already told Carol she's not going to do much. I thought that happened immediately just by the charge.
It could have been that it's suspended, let's pause your duties and your committees and things like that until we sort this out. But this is kind of a hearing to as we get things started. Adam Niemerg, a Republican from Dietrich, says we cannot allow Illinois to continue to be known for corruption and unethical
Continue
misconduct.
to be
Too
known.
late. Sorry.
We've had that
That's
for
been
a minute
going on
now.
for decades.
Well, and
how
I think,
many of our governors have been in jail?
I don't think we've ever had an incident in Champaign County where the clerk was indicted and he's counting the votes for his own election. I think that's a real tough one.
Right.
Because, you obviously have an interest for both your wife and for you to be part. And Carol, a lot of votes come in Champaign County. I don't know if she goes to any other county. I'm not sure, drawing that district, being a state representative. But there is that.
Okay, and as the article continues here on WCIA, it says 11 lawmakers originally signed the petition for an investigative committee during Thursday's hearing. One of them presented an amended petition to replace the original. The second petition removes 4 of Carol's 10 charges from the House's investigation. So, obviously there's all these things going on, and the investigation and misuse of campaign funds, not state grant money, is one of the things they amended.
Just saying FBI brings seriousness into this, and you can't tell a lie to the FBI, and if that's all been alleged, they got to figure out what happened, what kind of proof they're going to present. But it was enough to get an indictment, as we had Steve Beckett on not long ago, and he said, you can get anybody indicted.
Right.
And he's going to represent
He said
Aaron.
you can indict a ham sandwich.
Okay, that's exactly what he said. So
both Governor J.B. Pritzker and Darren Bailey have called for Carol to resign. I didn't realize that.
J.B. Pritzker did?
Yeah, it says we've got to make sure ethical people are serving, and they're serving the best they can for the people they represent.
Wow.
That was a quote from Pritzker. After all,
now why would he say that?
Aftermath of the indictment.
You stay silent on that if that's your guy, if that's your woman, if that's your party. They usually stay quiet, but then he's running for president, so there's a whole different level. And then if he came in and did something to help them, maybe even pardon them. These are federal charges, I think, though.
Right.
Yeah, these are a little different. Okay, 7:28 in Denver, 8:28 here.
And we'd love to hear from you at 217-359-2255 on our Fisher National Bank text line.
Our early voting will start probably soon. For November.
Yes.
Because it's a season now of voting, which I don't like that either. 8:28.
JT Barnhart, president of OSF Healthcare Sacred Heart Medical Center.
Yeah, going well. It's taken us a little bit of time to get construction done. We're just really committed to that service. Such a need in every community, behavioral health, and so we felt like we had a unique opportunity to really serve the patients struggling with mental health crisis and issues. We also have our full-service emergency room. I always want to make sure the community knows we didn't close our ER. It's there. We have physicians and providers and nurses there in the ER to take care of patients. Of specialty services, we have in Danville, we have in Bloomington. If patients want to stay within OSF, we have transfer. If you come in and need something that we can't do on this campus, we'll transfer you and keep you within our organization. But ER is open, still seeing about 40 patients a day.
JT Barnhart, he is the CEO of OSF Healthcare Sacred Heart Medical Center. Again, they're in Danville and Urbana and Bloomington, 17 locations around the state. And again, this one in Urbana really focused on helping you in your behavioral and your mental.
Visit osfhealthcare.org.
Hi, this is Ross Craig with Philo Exchange Bank. For over 140 years, we have been rooted in your community, making local decisions for local people. We know you and understand your goals. In a world where so much feels uncertain, one thing remains the same. We are here for you. Reliable, local, trusted for generations. Visit us in St. Joseph, Philo, Allerton, Broadlands, and our newest branch in Tolono.
Philo Exchange Bank, hometown community banking since 1883. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey folks, Jeremy here at Land's Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling with your monthly reminder, it's time to change your furnace filter. A clean filter keeps your system running efficiently and helps your home stay comfortable. And if you notice any issues with your heating or cooling system, call the pros at Land's. We service all makes and models, and Land's will keep your home comfortable all year long. Visit us at landsinc.com or call 217-355-5512. And don't forget, it's hard to stop a train.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. President Trump says he's getting personally involved in Iran talks to reopen the Strait of Hormuz.
I think we're doing very well. I'm involved in the negotiation. I think we're doing fine. It could be soon.
But the Senate confirmation of Todd Blanche for Attorney General is out of his hands, as a second swing Republican, Lisa Murkowski, says she's a no, joining Maine's Susan Collins. Senator Mitch McConnell is out on medical, and one more no tanks the nomination. The president signed an executive order to end birth tourism. Policy advisor Stephen Miller tells Fox it's visa fraud.
No one in the world is any more allowed to obtain a visa for this fraudulent purpose.
And the July jobs report, 23,000 jobs lost, unemployment rate of 4.1%. Markets like it, betting the Fed will not raise interest rates. America's listening to Fox News.
Craving something delicious and a place to kick back? Hit the road to Roadrunner Station in Camargo. They're serving up handmade wood-fired pizzas that are bursting with flavor in a fun, family-friendly atmosphere. Bring the whole crew, enjoy the bar, check out the gaming room, and make a night of it. And you've got to try their specialty pizzas, like the fully loaded Everything But the Tractor, or the sweet and savory Hawaiian Hitchhiker. Great pizza, great vibes, and great times at Roadrunner Station in Camargo.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
Here's a look at local news. Well, an Urbana man facing additional felony charges after investigators adding 6 new counts for possession of weapons as a felon. Prosecutors also filed 2 controlled substance charges. Some earlier counts dismissed after new reports clarified evidence. The defendant, Joseph Wild, now facing 11 felonies total. Mayor of Champaign being honored for her commitment to public service. Mayor Deb Frank Feinen's been named a recipient of this year's Paul Simon Jim Edgar Statesmanship Award. The award presented annually to an Illinois state or local elected official who exemplifies vision, courage, and compassion. Champaign City Council rejecting a special use permit for a proposed food truck commissary kitchen. Planning staff says the project didn't meet zoning and operational requirements. Council members agreed, citing traffic flow and site layout concerns. The applicant may revise the plan and resubmit at a later date. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Look, honey, great deal on kitchen appliances. Man, oh man, this is a can't miss opportunity. I'm getting the car keys.
Whoa, big fella. What store is this?
It's the membership store. You know, the one where you can buy 60 rolls of toilet paper shrink wrapped to a pallet?
Those memberships are expensive. What do they know about kitchen appliances?
At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, you don't need a membership.
It's Paul Regan from Dick Van Dyke.
So, who gets the best deals?
Everyone. Plus, we have award-winning service to take care of you years after the sale. No membership required.
This membership store has to have service. I mean, they're so big. They sell groceries.
Nope, no service at the membership store.
You're right, no service department.
Too risky to buy there.
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World gives you award-winning service from sales to install to repairs, no membership fees, and the guaranteed best deal.
Impressive. How did you find our house?
Appliance guy intuition.
Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
I don't know if you've heard of Sebastian Maniscalco. He's this comedian, you know, probably as popular as Nate Bargatze now.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, pretty clean. And he has this little segment where he talks about people coming to the door. And back in the day, if you're at any age at all, you'll remember that was a big deal. Everybody came to the door when somebody rang the doorbell.
In fact, Mom always had lemonade and cookies and come sit at the kitchen table.
Yep,
I mean, even if it was a guy selling encyclopedias, we'd
was,
sit down.
How about the
where are you from?
The vacuum cleaner where you could dump a little dirt on there and suck it right up.
Yeah.
It was a Hoover. No, it was a Kirby.
And then
Kirby
I'd say,
vacuum.
hey, come into this room. Let's try this room. Let's see if you can get some of that dog hair out.
And then they do, and you go, wow, this is good.
Right.
And they were like $1,200 back when vacuums cost $200. I mean, they were like a lot, and the sales guy got a lot.
Right.
So anyway, here's a little, for Friday, a little
funny.
Levity.
Funny Friday.
Sebastian Maniscalco. I hope this is clean. I can't remember.
I was sitting in my house a couple weeks ago, just relaxing. My doorbell rang. This is weird. It's a different feeling when your doorbell rings today opposed to 20 years ago, right? 20 years ago, your doorbell rang. That was a happy moment in your house. It's called company. You'd be sitting there on a Thursday night watching TV. Your doorbell rang. The whole family shot off the couch. Oh my God! Put the lights on. Somebody's here. We got people. The whole family went to the door.
Yeah. The dog,
the
everybody.
Kids were in socks. They slid up to the door. Nobody looked to see who it was.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, you just opened up the door. You were like, oh my God, look at that. Look at us here. And you'd ask him, what the hell are you doing here? And the person would be like, I was in the neighborhood. I thought I might stop by, see how the kids are doing. They're like, oh, come on in. We're gonna have some cake. Your mother had a little Entenmann's. Here's some Sara Lee crumble cake. Just in case company came over. She made an announcement when she bought it. She's like, listen, nobody touch this cake.
Right.
This is for company only. Those crap muffins, those are for you people. You better hope to God somebody comes over so we can cut the cake. She put her cake in the middle of the table, proud of it. And she put it right in the middle. Cut yourself a slice. Want a cup of coffee? We're gonna do want some Sanka?
Sanka.
Yeah, that's old school. A lot of the young kids are looking at me like, what is that, an iPhone app?
Yeah, exactly.
What the hell is Sanka? Your mother
Freeze
had
dried.
a tin, brown and orange tin of Sanka, ready to go just in case the company. She put a big pot on the table, Go ahead. Nobody had a cell phone back then. If your house phone did ring, your father stood up and said, "Nobody get that phone. We got company." And you lost track of time. 2 hours went by. You were like, "We got to get out of here." That's okay. Next time we're gonna come by you. Be like, "Yeah, my door's always open." Now your doorbell rings. It's like, what the fuck?
No.
It's okay. It was just.
Stop. Bleeped it. But that's true. You hear the doorbell now, it's like, who's here? Checking the windows. Checking the curtains. Sit down. He's got this military thing where you're doing.
Crawling across the kitchen floor.
Crawling.
Get down the army crawl. Army crawl. Get in the closet. Go get the sword in the living room. Somebody get the sword underneath the couch in the living room. There's a sword. Right? You have to turn and ask your family, "You invite anybody over? You invite anybody over?"
It's true. It's exactly what happens, because now it's like, who would be ringing the doorbell?
Right.
And it is somebody selling solar.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they totally do door-to-door.
That's right.
I don't know what else does. I don't get the little kids anymore, because I've never in my life can ever remember turning my face on somebody selling $12 wrapping paper.
Right, or the candles for school.
I always,
or, Girl Scout cookies for that matter. They're not even doing that.
No, they don't go. And the parent was always with them now.
Yeah.
In the day, you went yourself. And now it's like, okay, somebody's at the door. It's nobody I invited, and I can't even remember. But I've had a dozen to 2 dozen solar people. And they're all pretty good at it, and they must get a good chunk.
I mean, for me, they're looking at my roof saying, no, we're not going to stop at that one.
Well, my back of the house faces south.
Right, and I have lots of old trees and things like that are really big, too.
Okay, so you too much shade. You have to cut
That's
those
fine.
trees down.
I don't need the company.
Yeah, no, that's right. But boy, I tell you, that's the only one I can think of is door-to-door these days, is the solar people. All right, 8:41, little comedy this morning. Be right back.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window, a proud member of Prairie Home Alliance.
Your roof is your home's best protection for the elements outside. And that's why Owens Corning Roofing is designed and tested for superior performance. Kramer is a platinum preferred contractor hand-selected by Owens Corning. So start today and get 10% off the best roofing from the best roofing professionals.
Call 217-355-2720, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes, where we love tech, especially tech that takes it to another level. Sony has just raised the bar for next level video with true RGB. Red, green, and blue, that's all it stands for. But what makes it stand out is that each pixel contains all 3 colors, each controlled individually. It takes massive processing to do that, and Sony has the best processors. So you get the color range of QD OLED, the brightness of Mini LED, plus the contrast and viewing angle of OLED rolled into one stylish chassis. I saw a demo of just the backlighting of a Sony RGB versus the competition. Even with no panel, the Sony was watchable. The other guys were just blobs of light. With the panel, the Sony picture was sharper and more nuanced. So real you could step right into the screen. If you want sports and movies to look real, come to Good Vibes and see the Sony True RGBs. The Bravia 7s are surprisingly affordable, and the Bravia 9s have the best ever anti-glare solution. Sony True RGB is the new sheriff in TV Town.
When your vehicle needs expert care, trust 3C's Automotive Repair in Camargo. From cars and trucks to semis, they do it all, including hydraulic repairs with 7 clean professional service bays. Roadside assistance is available, and if your repair takes a little longer, enjoy a courtesy ride within 15 miles or relax next door at the Roadrunner station. Experience great service with a small town feel at the corner of Route 136 and Route 130 in Camargo. Call 3C's Automotive Repair at 217-832-2706.
Looking for something truly unique? Discover Sweet Petunia at the Tuscola Mall, where vintage charm meets modern style. With over 100 vendors and consigners across 16,000 square feet, you'll find antiques, collectibles, home decor, and one-of-a-kind furniture you won't see anywhere else. It's bright, clean, organized, and surprisingly affordable. From timeless treasures to seasonal finds, there's always something new waiting for you. Come explore Sweet Petunia in the Tuscola Mall. Your next favorite piece is already here.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Shop Urbana's Market at the Square, going on now through the end of October, 7 a.m. to noon, rain or shine, at Illinois and Vine. A vibrant market connecting community with local food growers and producers, strengthening our local food economy and providing access to local artisans, serving the community at a gathering place at Illinois and Vine. Such a great variety of fresh, healthy, local, high-quality foods. Shop Urbana's Market at the Square. To learn more, visit urbanamarket.org.
I think the markets at the squares are really good.
Absolutely.
Really fun to walk around, support local too.
7 a.m. to noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine on Saturday morning. Jake Renfro named in the Remington Trophy watch list, Illinois 7-year center.
What?
Wow.
I didn't know you had 7
nominated
years.
amongst 40 projected starting centers to the Remington Trophy watch list. Of course, we're all in right now with the preseason going on and the camps. And, of course, Air Bud tomorrow at Geese Memorial Stadium. Athletes signing autographs 5:30 to 6:30. The movie starts at 7. You could bring some school supplies and try to get that free popcorn while supplies last for Busey with that Family First initiative and that backpack drive for back to school from Coach Brett Bilma and his wife, Jen. We also had the Cubs beating Toronto big time. Such a fun game yesterday, 3-2 with that 11th walk-off win in the 11th inning, setting up a series against Kansas City, heard over on US 105.9 with the first pitch tonight at 7:10. Our St. Louis Cardinals here on ESPN 93.5 starting the series up against the Colorado Rockies from Busch. First pitch at 7:15. That's sports. I'm Diane Ducey.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Underground Solutions. Are you tired of dealing with leaky faucets, basement flooding, bursting or leaking pipes? From plumbing maintenance and repairs to installing new water heaters and sump pumps, our goal is to get you up and running as soon as possible. At Lands Plumbing, we have 24/7 emergency service and a team of highly skilled professionals that will work with you to get the job done right the first time. I'm Troy Lands. You can count on my company because you can count on me.
All right, talk to me, Dedicated Diesel in Urbana. You're doing all the truck inspections, semi-inspections, correct?
Hey, we're doing any commercial vehicle in Illinois has to be inspected, and we're doing those 6-month and annual inspections in the safety lane. Got two certified inspectors and running those through trailers as well. We have decided to roll out a $5,000 sign-on bonus up from our usual $4,000 that we've done in the past that we suspended for a while, and we're going to go to $5,000 sign-on bonus for new qualified drivers with 2 years experience, clean record, and a good attitude, deliver on time, get home on weekends. We think there's a happy work-life balance in there to be found.
Great stuff. Family-run business. How would you reach Tim Onstad?
They can reach Tim Onstad at TIMO@GFTLOG.com. They can call me at one of the 2 offices, 217-328-0562 or 765-793-7131.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. There's no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help you improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
When you're stuck on the road, you need help you can trust. Fast. That's where T-Pro Towing and Roadside Repair comes in. From light-duty to heavy-duty towing, they've got you covered 24 hours a day. With their state-of-the-art facilities, 3Cs, a division of T-Pro Towing, can repair semis to passenger cars at their Camargo facility. Service across central Illinois, including Urbana, Tuscola, and Camargo. Save their number now, 217-253-3450. That's T-Pro Towing and 3Cs. Ready when you need them, anytime, anywhere.
Pia Sports Bar and Grill is your place to watch Major League Baseball games and enjoy pitchers of your favorite beer, including Coors Light, Yingling Lager, Yingling Flight, and Miller Lite, home of the Slugger Burger. Meet friends on the patio and watch your favorite sports on multiple flat screen TVs. If your team is looking to gather after the game, that's been a Pia's tradition since 1975. Pia's open early with Big Tito's Bloody Marys. Pia's Sports Bar and Grill, 1609 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign.
It's great when hard work and experience are recognized. Hi, this is Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank. I am thrilled to share that Fisher National has been ranked 7th in the nation as a top lender in mortgage loans among banks with asset size of $300 million to $1 billion by our National Banking Association. This recognition is a testament to our lending team's dedication and expertise. After all, better banking experiences start with local people and local decision making. If you're in the market for a new home or considering refinancing your existing home, let our team at Fisher National Bank earn your business and trust. We offer competitive rates with low closing costs, and we locally service almost all of our loans. Come see us with all your home mortgage needs and experience the top-notch service that has earned us national recognition. Learn more at fishernational.com or stop by one of our branches today.
Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, we want to get one more weather your way. Meteorologist Greg Solia doing great yeoman's work here on the radio. Here he is.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and Vicinity. Widespread fogginess this morning and pockets of dense fog at that early on. Otherwise, partly sunny skies. It'll be a rinse and repeat forecast for the next few days for openers. Warmth and humidity today will top out around 83 with a rain chance at 40% here as the later morning and afternoon wears on. Light south wind. Stray shower thunderstorm in spots early and again late night tonight down to about 69 to 70 for the day tomorrow. And again, maybe some patchy fog to start. An isolated shower threat in the morning. Partly sunny up to 86 and a light southwest to west wind. Upper 60s tomorrow night, partly sunny, and again another humid day's worth of weather on Sunday, and a 50-50 crack and a couple of showers and thunderstorms, a high at around 86. Going to be a hot and humid Monday, maybe a thunderstorm in spots late in the day. High temperatures up close to 90, the middle 80s on Tuesday, lower 80s Wednesday and Thursday, upper 70s to low 80s next Friday. Each day, scattered showers and thunderstorms both morning and late afternoon to early evening. For Stevie Day Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solia.
Yeah, I'm going to play one more time. This is the guy that it's not necessarily like, you're pulling a guy's money and it's cold turkey and all that stuff. It's the entitled feel of you're supposed to work for me and give me money. That's where America is right now. I don't want you to hear it again if you missed this earlier in the show. A man who's absolutely massively upset, heavily edited about losing EBT money.
The
I got an email from
transfer.
EBT. I used to get $740 a month for my 2 kids, and we not getting EBT no more. They took the EBT. They saying I gotta work 20 hours a week. I'm not working for nobody. Get the fuck out of here. This is what Americans, taxpayer, work for. They work for me. They gotta help me feed my kids. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be quitters now. Y'all been helping us all this time. Now y'all want to tap out. Get the fuck out of here. I want my EBT, yo. I want my EBT, and I'm not working for nobody. I'm a fucking boss. I look like working when the government is here to help. Come on. Y'all send all that money to Iraq, Ukraine. Y'all funding all these wars. But when it's time to help the Americans, y'all don't want to bust. I need my EBT, yo. I need my money, yo. I need my EBT. Stop playing with me, yo.
Okay, so it's just the more of the you owe me feel, which isn't correct. You got to do something, particularly if you're able-bodied. I don't know how old the kids are or anything, but if they're getting $750 for money for food for the kids should be enough for a month.
Mm-hmm. And maybe the kids have aged out, or who knows what the scenario is. But a lot of people, Stevie, feel like Americans shouldn't be spending money on all these wars. And
There's no doubt. There's
people.
There people feel that way, but I think there's a line that says we need to be strong enough so nobody takes over our country.
Right.
Which they clearly would. And if you don't think that, you're naive. I'm sorry. Because we've been doing that through human history where people come take the things they can take.
There were some comments on things we were saying earlier, and HL had said gas is back up, groceries up, lost 32,000 jobs this month, and just spotlighting some of the negative things going on.
There's a lot of really good things going on here in America. I don't think there's any question about that. If you looked at crime has come way down. The cities of Memphis and Washington, D.C. decidedly better.
Mm-hmm.
You can ride your bike in Memphis in places you haven't been able to ride them because they sent the National Guard in.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't be necessary, but you're going to probably have to keep that presence there because bad guys go to another city, I guess. But no, I think the leadership of Donald Trump and the administration, I'm sorry, I agree with a whole lot of what he's doing as president. Would I live his life the same way? I don't think I would. I wouldn't say some of the things he says. I wouldn't tweet out things or whatever his platform is.
I haven't. I've had a checkered past too. I mean,
I just think that
you can't judge that.
But he might be just a really good president, but maybe not the person you admire from the moral standpoint.
Yep.
I think all of us have had failings.
Mm-hmm.
So in any event, we leave you there. We will be back to resume our therapy on Monday. This afternoon, it's a drive after 3. Listen to Evan Stone and Curtis Allen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mrs. Ducey, we thank you.
Enjoy the weekend.
Sky and Ducey, I'm Stevie J. Thank you for listening. We'll talk Monday. Have a blessed weekend.
Champaign Park District and Nicodemus Agency are proud to announce the Iliac taking place in Hessel Park and downtown Champaign, Saturday, August 22nd. The third annual installment expands in 2026, kicking off in historic Hessel Park with a full day of free activities in addition to incorporating downtown Champaign stages throughout the evening performances in the Neal Street Festival Plaza, Watson's Shack and Rail, The Space, and Cowboy Monkey. Visit theiliac.com. Looking for a warm, welcoming place to relax in Tuscola? Stop by Hometown Grounds, where great coffee and great company come together. They're proudly serving Mad Goat coffee, so you can enjoy a rich, delicious cup while catching up with friends. And if you've got kids, no problem. There's a special play area where they can have fun and you sit back and relax. Hometown Grounds is a gathering place for the whole community and perfect for meetings. Come see what everyone's talking about in Tuscola. Visit hometowngroundscoffee.com and plan your visit today.
Sarah Champagne Managing Partner Ben Quattrone.
We're always looking for people. You can go online and apply on our website. We never know what we're going to need. We're always expanding. We're always building more and growing our business. If we don't need a person and they come along and we find out that they're an eagle, they're a star, we'll hire them. We'll put them somewhere and wait for the spot we're going to have them working.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Jesse Stevens with Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. One of the most common questions we hear is, why does this line keep backing up? Clearing the drain fixes the symptom, but there's often an underlying issue. At Lands, we clear the line, then run a camera to help confirm what's behind the problem. You decide what to do next with confidence. Call 355-5512 for Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
Hey golf cart shoppers, tired of the same old golf cart shopping experience? Come over to Midwest Carts in Tuscola, Illinois, where customers rave about unbeatable pricing, massive selection, and full service done right. As the largest Denago golf cart dealer in Illinois, they've got premium new models plus 20 to 30 quality used carts ready to roll at any time. And the best part? Free delivery on new carts anywhere in Illinois or Indiana. Midwest Carts, Tuscola, Illinois. Find them at mwcarts.com.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes, where we love tech, especially tech that takes it to another level. Sony has just raised the bar for next level video with true RGB. Red, green, and blue. That's all it stands for. But what makes it stand out is that each pixel contains all 3 colors, each controlled individually. It takes massive processing to do that, and Sony has the best processors. So you get the color range of QD OLED, the brightness of Mini LED, plus the contrast and viewing angle of OLED rolled into one stylish chassis. I saw a demo of just the backlighting of a Sony RGB versus the competition, competition. Even with no panel, the Sony was watchable. The other guys were just blobs of light. With the panel, the Sony picture was sharper and more nuanced. So real you could step right into the screen. If you want sports and movies to look real, come to Good Vibes and see the Sony True RGBs. The Bravia 7s are surprisingly affordable, and the Bravia 9s have the best ever anti-glare solution. Sony True RGB is the new sheriff in TV Town.
Discover Cast Iron Pub in downtown Tuscola. Whether it's family dinner, date night, or catching the big game, or celebrating a special event, Cast Iron Pub has something for everyone. Enjoy a third-pound pub burger, hand-cut steaks, wings, sandwiches, and specialty starters. Plus, their chef specials and dinner tasting events bring a big city dining experience to Central Illinois, drawing guests from all over. Great food, great company, and great atmosphere. Cast Iron Pub in downtown Tuscola. Find us online at castironpub.biz.
When sewer or septic trouble hits, visit Berg Sewer and Septic. Family owned and proudly serving Central Illinois, Berg specializes in sewer repair, septic service, water line repairs, sump pumps, and drainage solutions. They don't upsell, they solve the problem right the first time. From backups to breakdowns, count on Central Illinois' most trusted septic service. Berg Sewer and Septic. Dependable, honest, local. Get a second opinion you can trust. Visit bergtanksinc.com.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.